So PHP, I'm going to do some math for you before we get into it. First of all, I'm going to show you how Marcelo and Gabby last month made $106,000, okay? Simply because this one thing called GEB and why we level up. When we do level up, what happens? And Marcelo and Gabby, very quietly, T, can you tell me how many levels they leveled up last month? How many levels was it?
They leveled up 3, Pat.
Three
leveled up 3
levels. Teak, would you put Marcelo and Gabby in the top 20 in the company?
No, I wouldn't right now, but they're performing, Pat.
Would you put them in the top 40 of the company?
No, not right now.
So watch this. Imagine not being in the top 40 and doing something in a month that made you $100-some thousand. I'll give you the formula here in a minute. And by the way, on March Madness, who wins Fall Madness? Shocker. Who wins Net VP? Shocker. The matchup between Ricky and Erica, TCO. Erica told me they're better builders than SOS. Vecina told me, Pat, you know we're better builders than TCO. This Net VP matchup for third place, it's all about who's a better builder, who can drive the hierarchy better. And Vargas against TCO is about who can drive the base shot better. And then obviously you got the championship stuff. We got a bunch of promotions, SMD, EMD. But let me first show you this. I'm going to do some basic math for everybody, if that's okay with you.
Sounds good. I love it.
So Marcelo and Gabby hit level 3 GB. Folks, let me simplify this for you. A couple things. Why you want to be an MD and why when we announce level up GEB, never waste it. I can guarantee you, Rodolfo and Ceci sat down with Marcelo and Gabby and said, go level up because your GB is low. Go make your money this month. And they did. So watch this. They hit level 3 GB. Now here's how the system works. If you're an MD, you make 75%. They're SMDs, so they make an additional 2%. So that's 77%. Then they hit level 3 GEB, which means they get an additional 25%. And then we announce level up, which they leveled up 3 times. That's an additional 30%, which means it's 132%. Now watch this. They did 54,000 points personal, 53,000 points personal, which you're going to get paid at 132%. Oh my gosh, Teak. Which is $69,000 and everything else in their base shot because they did 110,000 points. So there's another 57,000 points. Where if you take a director, okay, the difference between a director, which is 60% and 132%, Tico, this would not even be 65% average override. It'd be 75%. So add another $6,000 here, which would make this $43,000. Which would change the total. You ready?
112,000, Pat.
$112,000, FYI, in a single month. You know what happened this last week? Let me tell you what happened. We just had the BC business plan. Teak, would you say this is the best, most emotional, intense BC business planning session we've ever had in the history of the company?
Absolutely. Most intense, most emotional, most intentional. I think the BCs came in there with very clear intentions. Their business plan was straightforward. I think leaving that the clearer they were going into the event, and then even more clear leaving the event with the OKRs of what we want to accomplish, and them being focused, the simplicity on the math that we talked about. It's going to be insane this year, Pat. I'm excited.
By the way, I can't think of a person in that room that didn't cry. Everybody got emotional at one point. Everybody was, going back and forth. It was such an open session. Like everybody was talking to each other. Ceci, I was so impressed by Ceci. She was on fire. I was blown away by how Sheena and Matt put their business plan together and how they presented it. Vargas were also very prepared. You can tell Jose and I had a conversation together in the dining room of Toulouse where it was an emotional conversation. He knows exactly what that conversation was. FYI, they just had an emergency meeting today. I don't know if you saw their picture on Instagram. People flew in, drove out just to be part of that meeting. Yeah. I heard it was a sick TGA emergency meeting. Now, obviously, we have to see how they're going to respond to it. And pretty excited to see what's going to happen over there. All I can say to the folks that are watching this, one of the things that I asked during this session of the BC plan was the following. Give me your top 3 to 5 non-VPs that we need to be paying attention to. We can't give you the names, but Sheena Matt gave us theirs. Vargas gave us theirs. Ply gave us theirs. I mean, we're looking for, and then we said, give us your number 1 VP to lock onto. Who do you think they said? I can't tell you who they said, but they gave us your number 1 VP. You know why? Because all we're thinking about right now is which organization to lock onto. You know what organization is peaking right now that's not afraid of anybody? WTP, not afraid of Art, not afraid of Sapalas, not afraid of any, not in the base. Nobody are they afraid of right now. It's a very good time. And we're looking at what leg to lock onto. It's a toss-up right now between a few different directions we're going, but we're pretty excited. So again, Marcelo and Gabby, at this point, everybody knows they hit level 3 GB. Folks, let me put it to you this way on what last month was like. Recruits, we beat it by 40+%. Production, we beat it by 40+% over last year, November. Licensing, we beat it by 110% over last year. Life submission, we beat it by 40%. Annuity submission, we beat it by nearly 30-something% over last year. There is not a category that wasn't being beat. Everybody knows in the company this month needs to be 6,000 recruits, $10,000 for equity to continue for 2022. The MDs know this, everybody knows this, they're driving forward. So it's pretty exciting to see what's going to be taking place with that. Saeed, again, broke the record for personal recruits. That's 2 months back to back he did it. This time he did, I think, 83 recruits, which
83.
is
Yep.
83 in a single month. So he gets another $5,000 bonus because he did the personal production as well. On top of that, Tico, Rodolfo and Ceci broke a ridiculous record, which Ricky and Erica held last year. Last year, Ricky and Erica did 100 recruits and 100,000 points, 10 months in a row. Rodolfo and Ceci broke that record. They did 100 recruits and 100,000 points, 11 months in a row. And I asked Ceci, what do you want? You know what Ceci said at the beginning of the year in December to me? She says, I want you to put 100, 11 months in a row, but I want $30,000 ring from Tiffany's. I said, no problem. I'm going to put a $30,000 gift card to Tiffany's, whoever that does this. So guess who did it? Rodolfo and Ceci did it. Ceci's going to go get a $30,000 ring from Tiffany. So the next time you see Ceci with her ring, that's a $30,000 ring.
Bling, bling, Pat, bling, bling. That's going to be sick.
And by the way, this is one of the best things about Million Point Bishop Retreat, because that's when a lot of people give us ideas about their first tours. Tico, how ridiculous were some of the ideas guys brought up from March Madness. By the way, the equity with BCV, PMB, like there's some of the money, the 7,500, 125. There's some crazy stuff. That's
some big things we're talking about.
Ridiculous stuff.
It's insane. We got to get that 6,000, 10 million production this month.
No question about it. No question about it. By the way, Hughes who qualified for the Cowboy stuff. If you remember the first 10 MDs, that the 25 base recruits, 50,000 points, a new license agent, level 3 GB, and then the number one personal recruiter with 5,000 points, and the number one personal producer with 5,000 points. Tico, is that the right number? Chris is Chris Ticista. Okay, Solis qualified to go to the Cowboy Stadium during the MD kickoff meeting, which is going to be Cowboys Cardinals. By the way, I saw the quarterback is back today, right? Kyle Murray, and he had a good game today. And Prescott has had a good game as well. Last one when they played, I think Thursday or Monday when they played. So it's going to be interesting. So Solis is going to the Cowboy Stadium. Rodolfo and Ceci Vargas won it on the personal production side. They did 110,000 points personal last month. And the following names are going to go to the Cowboys box seat. They'll be with us. We'll watch the biggest game of the year for the season, most likely, if not one of the biggest games of the year. Ricky and Erica, locked in. Sikas, locked in. Hearts, locked in. Medina's, locked in. Bay, locked in. Man, Bay always sends me the best messages on Sundays. Marroquins, locked in. Marcelo and Gabby, locked in. Sheena Matsapala, locked in. Musgroves, locked in. We're going to have a blast watching this game before the kickoff. Great job to those guys that got that part done. By the way, a ton of you guys said direct the promotion. We're going to wait till all the applications come in and promotions come in. I'll announce those on the next one. In regards to GEB, level up 0. Let me first start up with the junior GB. Do you guys know how many people in junior GB? T, can you tell everybody how many people in junior GB?
Honestly, we weren't expecting a number like this, but it's a record-breaking GEB qualification numbers. We had 61 people qualify for level 0 GB, which is junior GB, 5%. 61 that normally would have not qualified for anything, but qualified for junior GB Pats. 5% bonus.
I absolutely love that. So it's going to be fantastic. By the way, Million Point Base Shop, we had an after party going on anybody that runs the Rolling Million Point Base Shop. After Million Point Base Shop, they'll come to the house. And by the way, the boat the other day, I took the boat to Hollywood, and we had dinner at Hollywood at Gigi's restaurant. Yesterday, I took the boat because I'm the captain now. I took the boat. We went in the middle of the ocean, 55 miles an hour, Tico. So what's so funny is one of the times we went over the wave. Anyways, you just have to be on some of these things. The jet skis here parked in the back for those that come. If you guys want to get crazy and get on the boats and do some of the stuff, we'll do it. But the following names are coming to the after party with me. These names are rolling 12. So we got Ricky and Erica. We got not rolling. I'm sorry, calendar million this year. Ricky and Erica Vargas, Hart, Musgrove, Sapalo, Suazo, Rodriguez, Mackey, Bay, Ote are all coming to the after party. FYI, a little whisper to everybody. Mackey's just crossed $250,000. Good job, Mackey, for crossing $250,000. Suazo's, I think they're about to pass you up in income because your numbers have been passed up by Mackey's the last 90 days, just so you know. So I know there's some competition going on there. I'm sure they love each other. They're probably not going to want to compete. Again, I'm just speculating. They do want to compete. So anyways, level 3 GB November, those that are also coming to the after party. Medina, very excited about Medina. He could run a million point base shop this month. If they do 240, they could run a million point base shop. Hart's coming to the after party. Musgrove, Marcelo and Gabby, Sapala, Sika, and a few other people that are going to come to the after party. We got a few MD promotions. Let me do some of these MD promotions here. That's right in front of me. I'll start off with the first one. Brittany and Kendall Haley are officially MDs. Director Hart's, phenomenal job. Hart's are making a run at getting to BC before Phelps and before Ricky and Erica. Quietly, they want to be BCs before anybody else. They want to be the next BC in the company. And quite frankly, based on what a lot of conversations people are having, they believe Hart's could be BCs before Ricky and Erica and before Phelps. That's a very big deal, Tico.
That's a very big deal.
You know that if that happens, that's a pretty
100%.
big deal.
That is insane if that actually happens.
I agree. So Alicia Glover promoted the direct MD. Robert and Juanita Howard McLean, great job, Robert and Juanita, for becoming marketing directors. Fantastic job. Marvin Del Valle promoted Natalia Del Valle. Oh my goodness. Natalia is officially a marketing director. Excited for her phenomenal job. When a family member hits MD, it's a different story. Musgrove promoted Tanel Mills. Great job. By the way, all these new MDs are coming to the kickoff, Teak, because anybody that becomes a new MD, you're automatically invited to the kickoff. Del Valle's promoted another direct MD, Lisa Hopelman. By the way, great job, Lisa Hopelman. Here's the one thing, Teak. You know, Del Valle's are quietly popping out some of these MDs, and you know, they can, and their guys are writing some points and making some money. So they can potentially get to a, you know what I'm saying, like a BC category as well, depending if they start promoting some direct VPs.
Yeah, they have the opportunity, Pat.
Yeah, that's right. James Anthony Young promoted Jerusha Wynn. Jerusha Wynn is officially marketing director. Yes, baby. No, you want to play on my phone? Well, what do you want to do, baby? I'm doing a video. Why don't you come around and say hi to everybody first? Come on. You want to come say hi? Okay. That was the way for her to go to get the other iPad. It worked. It is what it is. That's the fear of camera, folks. The fear of camera, right? Okay. So we got the Mackey's promoted to direct MD. Nathan Edwards, by the way, Jerusha Wynn, congratulations to you. Phenomenal job. You'll come to the MD meeting. Nathan Edwards, you'll also come to the MD meeting. Caesar Celis also promoted a marketing director. Maria I. Rodriguez Rosa, congratulations to you. And then Omar Huezo promoted a marketing director. Daisy Huezo is an MD. We got an SMD, EMD promotion here as well. Tico, I'll just go through them. SMD promotion, Alexi Smith, phenomenal job, man. One of my favorite people in that organization. Finally, an SMD. Alexi, don't take your time. Go become a VP. You're a VP quality. From the first time I met you, I felt like I was talking to a VP. Cannot wait for you guys to become an MD. Del Valle's great job for promoting a direct MD. Sapalos just promoted Chris and Evelyn Richardson to EMD. They're this close from becoming an SVP. Remember the first time I talked to those guys on the San Diego tour with the RV, I had a chance to talk to them. We stood outside, me, Matt, and Chris stood outside a sushi joint and we spoke. It was late. It could have been 1 o'clock. I don't know what time it was. We were having a great conversation together. Very happy for these guys that they're getting to where they're at. And then Gaitan promotes, oh my gosh, Gaitan promotes Carlos and Ursula Medrano, our EMDs. Folks, I don't know if you know or not, 50% of Said is direct to Carlos and Ursula Medrano. That's called national co-leadership. It works. Carlos, Ursula, proud of you. One of the biggest things I'm proud of, and we talked about this at the BC meeting, is the fact that they never quit. Great job. Congratulations to you. The following names I give you are going to Tulum. You know what Tulum was? This was a tough contest because you had criteria and people thought I was kidding, but it is what it is. If I don't say your name, these are the names that I got as of right now. You ready? Nori and Lorena, you're going to Tulum. Great job. Hiram Travis, you're going to Tulum. A lot of people are like, but Pat, I'm pending 8 licensed agents. It's because of this. It's because of that. I'm just telling you, a lot of other people got it done. Sears going to Tulum. Great job. Diaz going to Tulum. Del Toro, Gaines, Marcelo and Gabby, Suazos, Oriana, Medina, Otey, Marroquin, Santiago, Mackey's, Palayo, Phelps, Sika, Solis, Mason, Sapalas, Musgrove, Vargas's, Gaitan, Hearts, and first place for this was Ricky and Erica. FY second qualifier was Hearts, third Gaitan, fourth Vargas, fifth Musgrove. Congratulations to you guys. We're gonna have a blast when we go to Tulum. And then we announced an after party, 35 ace recruits are hiring in December, which is what? What is this after party we're talking about?
That would be for MD kickoff, Pat.
Oh,
MD kickoff for the
that's
month of
right, that's
December.
right.
We're gonna have an
Anybody
after
in the month
party.
of December that does 35 and 35, right? Is it 35, 35, or just 35 base
35.
recruits?
We're on track on it.
Okay, I got you. Anybody that does 35 base recruits, that's right, because we don't have enough time
We don't have
to
enough
track
time.
it as of a second. You're right. Anybody that does 35 base recruits in the month of December will be coming to the MD kickoff after party. You know, some of you guys, if you have memory of the last one that we had, you don't want to miss these after parties. You know,
Pat. If you
never
know,
you never know. Anyway, so looking forward to seeing you guys being there. FY MDs, you got to hit a minimum of level 1 GB to be invited to it. If you hit it last month, congratulations. But to speak at MD kickoff meeting this in 2022, you'll hit a minimum of level 3 GB. Some of you guys that hit it, you know who you are. Some of you guys that haven't, you know who you are. Result, get it done this month to be a part of that. And then make sure you go register on Bamboo to attend the kickoff meeting that we'll have. The MD kickoff meeting is one that you got to be a part of to participate in all the incentives that we're announcing for the rest of the year. Looking forward to seeing everybody there to kick off 2022. In regards to business planning sessions, remember those of you guys that hit level 3 GB, you will have a business planning session with FAB. So stay tuned for that. And no matter whether you're an MD, SMD, EMD, all that stuff is in place. The people that qualified, Medina, Hart, Musgrove, Vargas, who are these names, Tico, that I have
those
here?
are the ones who did level 3. Those are the ones who did level 3 that will have business planning session.
To have a business planning session with them. Whoever it is, they'll find out about it.
Correct.
Let me announce Dream Team 1 and Dream Team
Yes.
2. In regards to Dream Team 2, a lot of people were closed. Okafor, Sears, Hueso, Cobos, Pimber, Diaz, Mackey were closed. Those who made it in, Dean Mason made it to Dream Team 2. Are you kidding me? Dean, Fernando, phenomenal job for making it in. Oteys are in, Campos is in, Phelps is in, Hiram Travis is in, Nori and Lorena are in, Blessing is in, Del Toro's are in, Gaitan's Dream Team 2. Palayo, I thought he was going to make to 1, but he's Dream Team 2, 15 spot. Akbar made it to Dream Team 2, and the captain of Dream Team 2 is Jonathan Mason, is on Dream Team 2. You were close, John, but you're on Dream Team 2. Dream Team 1, Marcelo and Gabby, Vargas made the 12th spot. Then Solis, Sapalas barely made it with the 10th spot. Then it's Musgrove, Medina, Saeed is on Dream Team. Phenomenal job. Bay is on Dream Team 1. Great job. Hearts are in, Marroquin, Vargas, Sikas are back on, and Ricky and Erica, captain of Dream Team 1. Pretty exciting stuff that we got. I got some of the stuff here right now for March Madness, but before I get into it, Tico, I want to recognize March Madness, and this thing's going to go crazy. I want to recognize the captains of last month on who performed the most in regards to production.
Yes.
Let me make this a little bit bigger, Tiki. Let me know if you can see it or not.
I could see it, Pat.
Okay, here we go. This is for the council category. From bottom to top, Del Valle at the bottom, then it's Graziani, Sanchez, Dana, Kilroy, Alejandro Candinelli, Cobos, Del Toro, Gaines, Phelps, then it's $100,000 club. Palayo is still determined to run a $1 million base shop. He's got a campaign going. I sent a video to his base shop, 25 people doing 10,000 personal points. They'll run a $1 million base shop. Palayo's got to do a big chunk of it. Kind of like how Vargas last month did 110. Palayo's got to write a bunch of personal production this month if he wants to get that done. Gaitan's, Del Toro's will be watching to see if they'll wrap up $1 million base shot. They need 150, which isn't that much. Then you got Sapalas, Hart, Mason, 163. Great job, Mason. Ricky and Erica, 196. But Vargas is the only one in the $200,000 club. Ricky and Erica are about to cross a $2 million base shop. Vargas are determined to run a $2 million base shop. We'll see what they're going to end up, 1.8, 1.9. We'll find out. VP category, Garcia's at the bottom, then Castro, El Jeanette, Benny, Paulette, and Sia, Vic and Anna, Suazo, Terrace, Roger and Brenda, Okafor, Ote, Pimber, Mackey. Pimber's over 100,000. Phenomenal job, Pimber's over 100,000. Mackey's 127. Great job. Marroquin, 156. Wow, Musgrove beat out Marroquin by 3, and Marroquin's nearly tripled Suazo's. No matter how much they talk smack, they don't slow down. Although I will tell you, Sheena Matt told me that Sheena said her and Jasmine had a strategy session. She said she hasn't been this excited about Suazos in a long time. One thing I know about them is they're fighters. I'm certain they're going to come back up, and people better watch out, because when they do come back up, she's one of those that's going to have a memory. So is Ellis. They're going to remind a lot of people. I just hope everybody else continues and they capitalize on the separation that's taking place right now, but we'll see. SMD, EMD, we'll go from people above 60, Cerna 65, great job. Sears, Blessing, Zaldo, Campos, Bowman, great job. Bowman, Norley, and Lorena. Gabriel and Yanitza are back. They disappeared for a while, although Vargas from Puerto Rico. Vargas is landing in Puerto Rico at 2 a.m.
Yeah.
They went to 3 different opposite ends of Puerto Rico after
Crazy.
finishing next BC. And they flew in Sunday night late to be with the family, Sunday morning to be with the family. They're just, you know, that whole story we would talk about sometimes on Dream Team called The Way You Intimidate Your Competition is by being at a lot of different places at the same time. FYI, Matt is also all over the place traveling. Matt's been like all over the place doing stuff.
They got this tour going on right now.
Yeah, they both got a tour going on right now.
Impressive.
Sheena and Matt.
Sheena and Matt doing it just like Rodolfo Ceci. It's exciting to see.
Yeah, it's exciting to see what's going on. I mean, if anybody wants to compete with those two guys, you got to have their kind of stamina. They've just got real stamina. Medina, then Solis, then Marcelo and Gabby, then Lugo. Good job. Sikas, 149. Base at the top. Phenomenal job. They're trying to get their VP promotion knocked out of the way. We'll see if that'll get done or not. Here's the MD category. Hiram Travis. I'm a big fan of Hiram Travis. William and Cherie Nazario. We spoke about you a lot at the BC meeting. Dean Mason, great job. Jose Rodriguez Alvarado, Alexis and Kaylee Robinson, Bruno Castillo, your name came up at the, BC meeting. Tony and Alina Harris, Maria Felix Rivera. Can't wait to get her on the Dream Team call one of these. It's Marian De Jesus, Murdochs. They put up a fight, by the way. Give them credit. They put up a fight with 77. Akbar, 79,000. Terrence Kager, 82. Dr. J and Dr. Jewel Young, 84. Omar next, Santiago's, man. Iris and Enoch Santiago's. I don't know why. I believe these guys are going to be VPs, $250,000 earners, and potentially making a run for $500,000 if they choose to. Saeed, 117 at the top. Great job. Star coming up. He's got everything it takes to be a superstar, but we'll see at what level he'll be competing. So great job to him for his effort that he's putting in here right now. We're watching him very, very closely. Let me see what else I got here. On the GEB side, we talked about level up. We got a bunch of them. Guys will announce the rest of them if I don't have it. And then, let me talk about Monaco, Tico. Actually, you know what? Let me talk about equity score. Equity score is what I'm going to do.
I like that.
Because this equity thing is people are glued to the equity side right now. At the top, if you look at this, Vargas has have the most points right now with 205 points. I don't know if you can see it or not.
I can see
they are at the top with 205. Then it's Sapala's at 147.5. Then it's Phelps. Then it's Candy and Ellie. Wow. 75. Palayo 70. Ricky and Erica 70. Hart, then Ote. Ote, look at this 65 points for Ote's.
I love it.
Great job. Musgrove, Bay, Suazo, Mackey. This is pretty much all MSM right here, by the way.
Right there.
If you think about it. Yeah, that's pretty much MSM getting their guys to get equity. It's great to see. William and Beatrice Rodriguez, Marroquin, Gaitan, Del Toro, Lugo, Marcelo, and Gabby. This is the scorers here. And Tico, I'd like to put this in a captain side to see what this looks like when I send it to MDs. And then outside of that, I don't think I have anything here except for Monaco. This is Tico, this is the last month to qualify for Monaco, right?
Last month to qualify, and it's the top 50, not the first 50, Pat. This is
not
another
the
reminder.
That's right. It's the top 50. You're right.
Golf score.
Ricky and Eric are at the top. Then it's Vargas, Hart, Sapala, Suazo, Musgrove, Gaitan, Sanchez, Del Toro, Mackey, Okafor, Gaines, Cabo, Tay, Mason, Sika, Dan, and Kilroy Diaz, Blessing, Phelps, Oriana, Marroquin, Vargas, Del Valle, Reyes, Pelayo, Solis. Bay needs what? What does Bay need?
He needs to be at 450 placed. So he's at.
So he needs to place another 42.
42,000 points.
Okay, got that. And then you got Gabriela Anissa Medina, Sears, Campos, Vicanana, Cobos, Galson, Graziani. Here's the thing, though. Terrace, Pimber, they're in, right? Is there anybody? So, but it's top 50. And we know the last month gets crazy. Lomelis need what? They need what? What's that? 74.
They need
new
4,000.
That's the only thing they need.
That and 3,000 paid points. Nothing crazy, Pat. They could definitely do.
They got everything else.
Yep.
So all it needs licensed agent. What's the licensed agents? How many do you need?
So a total of the licensed agents they have the licensed agents. Pat.
They have the licensed agents. They got. So what are they missing here, T?
So they're missing submitted points. So Christine Savali is missing submitted points. They got to be at 750,000 submitted points.
I got you.
And then 450,000 paid points.
Okay.
Those are the two things that.
I got you. 450,000. So they're going to get it done. So Lomelis, they're going to get it done for minimum, but that doesn't mean they're going to be necessarily in.
That is correct.
Sabali's got some work to do here.
Yep.
Ooh, she just needs like 120,000 points
That's
this month.
exactly right.
Aurora could be
113.
in. Aurora
Aurora
needs
is
what?
50,000, 25,000 points. Yeah, 25,000.
Guys,
there.
Zaldo, Santiago, Salden, Corman, Nori, Lorena, Roger, Candy, and Ellie. They don't want Alejandro. This will be the first trip they'll ever miss out on, by the way.
Correct.
Vera, Iroezi, William, and Beatrice, Moon, Bruno, Castillo. All I know is this last month is going to be crazy with Monaco. Jen and I celebrated our 10-year. Tico, you know where we celebrated our 10-year anniversary?
I do. You guys picked Monaco, Pat. I mean,
out of all the places in the world, we chose. Jennifer's like, I want to go to Monaco, and that's where we went, and we had the time of our lives when we went there. But I think it's time right now for us to talk about NIT. Tico, NIT championship goes till December, right?
Yeah. So Final Four was what we were playing last 2 weeks. What we announced is going to go for the entire month of December for third place and the championship round.
Said went against Musgrove in this matchup.
Yeah.
Said was ranked 15th. Musgrove ranked 1st. Said doubled Musgrove, 437 to 210. Medina's went against Bays, and Bays were wild card in the whole thing. Bays beat out Medina's 328 to 260. So Medina's are going against Musgrove for third place. Okay. Then you got Said's going against Bay for championship. The winner gets 4 Tulum tickets.
4 Tulum tickets.
The second one gets 2. Third place gets 1, and fourth place gets like a Luke Longley something.
Yeah, third place gets the iMac computer, and the fourth place gets the Luke Longley trigger.
Oh, third place gets the Mac. Okay, got it. And then Fall Madness. Before the contest, I asked Hearts, are you okay losing to TCO? They said it's not going to happen. I asked Sapalas if they're okay if they lose to Vargas. I asked Vargas I asked everybody the same question. I asked Ricky and Erica. They said, Pat, we're going to win both March Madness and going up against SOS. Well, Ricky and Erica went against Rodolfo and Ceci Vargas for the championship, the winner. But before I announced that, let me announce third place. Marroquin went against Solis. The final score was 289 to 310. What does fourth place get?
Fourth place gets the Luke Longley autographed jersey from Heritage Auction, someplace like that.
Limited edition. Third place gets
edition.
what? What does third place get?
Third place gets NBA ticket finals, 2 NBA ticket finals, Pat.
And between Solis and Marroquin, the NBA ticket finals goes to Chris and Steph Solis. Congratulations to you. They beat out Marroquin by 20 points. Phenomenal job. Vargas is one against Ricky and Erica. I'm not even going to spin this one here. This was not even close. 477 to 350. Vargas is beat Ricky and Erica, and it's not even close in personal apps and license. I mean, it's not. Great job, Rodolfo and Ceci Vargas. They're officially Fall Madness champions, and they get to do some crazy stuff for themselves right there. Very happy for these guys. More than anything else, the baseball card that we set up is going to say what? Fall Madness champion. Congratulations to these guys. Phenomenal job. How many championships is this now for them?
I believe this is number 3 or number 4. I think it's.
I'm actually curious because they need 5 to beat Vargas to pass up Gaetan's, right?
I think this is number 4 for them, Pat.
Okay, I'm actually curious. And then you got net VP matchups. Ricky and Erica went against Hearts. The final score 1445 to 1434 by only 11 points. The winner of third place between SOS and TCO goes to SOS. Wow. SOS beats out Ricky and Erica right before the end of the year. So Ricky and Erica lost Madness, and Ricky and Erica lost net VP matchup. 2 Hearts out of all the people you could have lost to, they lost to Hearts. One thing I know about these guys is they got a dog fight. They've been through this before. I don't think Ricky and Erica like to lose at all. I think it bothers them, but I think they got the right attitude to come back and redeem themselves from it. But I also think Hearts are trying to make an argument to say, Pat, listen, we're better builders than Ricky and Erica. We're not as good of a base shot builder as they are, but we're better builders than them. Our guys make more money than them. That's what they're trying to say, right? That's the argument. Obviously, we're going to see what's going to happen. But Hearts, third place, congratulations to you. Phenomenal job. Then you have the heavyweight, which is Vargas against Sapalas. You know what the score is here? 2,436, folks, to 1,546. It ain't even close. WTP didn't beat Sapalas. They destroyed Sapalas net VP. Let me say this again. WTP net destroyed MSM's net, okay? We had this conversation where the conversation was, and by the way, first of all, they're going to get the 20,000 shares. Their top 5 guys are going to get what? 2,000, 1,000, 500, 250, something like that shares that's going to be given.
5,000 for first place, 2,000 for second place, 1,000 for third place, 500 for fourth place, 250 for fifth place, Pat. Then the 20,000 goes to Rodolfo and Ceci Vargas for winning the contest. Pat, that's sick. I mean, we did some of the math, and that is insane.
It's a lot of money that was made. They know we talked
most
about
expensive contest when you look at
no
it.
question about it. But I'm proud of them because they're the first to ever win a net VP championship. They're the first to ever win a net VP championship. And to them, they want to be the biggest shareholders in the company. They want to own more shares than Pelayo, more shares than Sapala, more shares than Gaitans, more shares than any of those guys. And to be quite frank with you, the way they're going right now, this doesn't even include the other shares they're going to get with scoring that we have in place.
Exactly.
So Vargas is not only did they win Fall Madness, but they also won net VP Madness. Congratulations to those who compete, but phenomenal job to WTP. What a way to wrap up year and make an argument for being the MVP. No matter what ways we looked at the numbers, nobody had bigger plus minus than those guys did when we did the numbers in front of BCs. Pretty exciting. Tico, have I missed anything outside of the book of the month? The book of the month is going to be,
that is the big one.
The Score takes care of itself. Do whatever you can to go order this immediately. It's Bill Walsh's best book he wrote on leadership and how he won championships. Okay. The Score takes care of itself by Bill Walsh. This is not a new book. So don't go and wait to order the book. Go on Amazon, order the book right away. The Score takes care of itself by Bill Walsh, W-A-L-S-H. And then outside of that, I got one announcement that I want to make to everybody that's going to kind of wake some people up. Do you remember how I started the video today? Here's how I started the video. I started a video on these talking about Marcelo and Gabby doing what? Level up. And they got what? $112,000 if they place everything. You want to talk about a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year? That's how you finish off the year. Now, I hope they don't over celebrate and kick back and casual and all that other stuff, because that just shows they're getting paid more than they're really worth. I hope they continue to show that their identity is bigger than that. But for everybody else who would also like to have a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year, who would also like to go into their mid-year event, whether it's the WTP mid-year with MSN, whether it's, you know, whatever, Unity, TGA, pick them. There's so many different organizations right now, and you want to get your ring, your watch, your $250,000, you want to level up, you want to do something. Heck, you just want to make more money because you want to buy a house, you want to invest into some certain things today that are growing. Whatever it is, you want to save your money for that. We're announcing same level of GB again in the month of December. Okay, back to back T, November and in December. Level up GB, back at it with the month of December. We're watching everybody very, very closely to see what's going to happen with this. And if you've ever wanted to get that kind of money to finish off the year, this is the time to do it. For everybody else that's watching right now, a couple things I would tell you. Last month to score for equity. Last month to score for Monaco. Last month to finish up the year with your numbers on baseball cards, because when we ship those baseball cards to everybody, everyone's going to know where you ranked on your baseball cards. I'd be looking at the leaders bulletin for my cash flow. I'd be looking at the leaders bulletin on where I rank for the year on personal production, on base recruits, base points, base license agents, because every one of your MDs are going to see those baseball cards when we give it to you at TTT. You do not want your, especially for those that are competitors, you do not want your year to be done that way. And final thoughts before we wrap up here, based on something I said at Next PC, is the following. I got Mario here right now that came over. We're going to sit down here till midnight, and we're wrapping up the business planning session that we're doing in regards to the business planning course that we're doing. While we were at BC session, I said there's 5 types of people when it comes onto business plan. There are those that don't do business plan. There are those that treat business plans like a homework. There are those who write a bad business plan. There are those who write a great business plan, detailed strategy, logical, everything, what to do every month, how they're going to do it, all that stuff, but it misses emotions. They don't cry when they read that business plan. Then there are those who write the most incredible strategic business plan that tells them exactly what areas they're going to work on. They write out their weaknesses. They write out what they did right. They write out their, good, bad, ugly of 2021. They go back and look at their numbers. They don't say, I don't want to look at it. It's a new year. We don't have to look back. And they think that's the way to do things and nothing improves. They go into the same year the same way. No, they write a real business plan, but on top of it, it's emotional. It describes heart, what they're going to do for their kids, for their wives, for their parents, for themselves. There is emotion behind it. It specifies what their life is going to look like. It specifies what the legacy of their last name is going to be about, how they're going to contribute to society, what kind of a legacy they're going to leave behind. So you don't just look at that business plan and say, all right, hey, Chino man, here's my business plan. All right, never look at it again. No, let me tell you why this business plan is so solid. When you get up on stage and you present it to everybody in your office, everybody feels it. Everybody feels it, and you cannot wait to read it every single day, because you know 2022 is going to be the beginning of the greatest years of your life. I remember the first time I wrote a real business plan. I cried the first time I wrote a real business plan. I realized finally what a business plan was all about. It fired me up. I can't wait for all of you that are going to do the gift exchanges this month, the potlucks this month, the vision boards this month, the business planning this month, the masterminds this month, the Million Pound Bishop retreats this month. And on top of that, the quiet folks. Do you want to know what was my biggest personal recruiting month of the year? Do you want to know historically? My biggest personal recruiting, if you put all my months in my career, January, February, March, April, May, June, April, May, all of those, and you see which month I had the most personal recruits? Guess which month I had the most personal recruits ever? December. You know why? Because December, everybody fell asleep and they went into Christmas holiday mode. And December, I was like, the best question to be asking everybody right now is the following. Hey, Johnny. Hey, Mary. Yeah. When last year ended in 2020 and 2021 was around the corner, did you think you'd be in the financial situation you are today in the month of December? No. Did you think it'd be better? Yeah, I thought it'd be better. Okay. Well, if you don't do anything differently, how do you think things are going to be a year from now? Probably the same. All right. Do you want to do something different? Yes. I think I got something for you. When can we sit down and talk about it? Because I made that decision and my life's changed for me making that decision. December is the easiest month in the year to recruit people. Most people are upset because they don't have enough money to buy gifts. Most people are upset because they didn't hit their numbers and their goals. Most people are upset because they're sitting there with their job thinking it's a deadbeat job that I have. I'm not growing. They're not giving me anything for me to take it to the next level. This is the easiest month to go get yourself 5, 10, 15, 20 real directs. Get them to Fast Start School, get them into PHPU, get them to your big events, get them to every single thing you got, get them their promotions. And in 2022, you got a bunch of new people to field train and develop into certified field trainers, all this other stuff. Strategically for me this month, I'm getting all of my guys to level up, MBs. And number 2, I'm getting all of my guys to get fatter in their base with new directs. That's what I'm doing this month. But then again, we'll be watching all of you guys to see who's got the best strategy. Cannot wait to see all of you guys, folks. Literally, I cannot wait to see you at Million Pound Bishop Retreat, and cannot wait to see you guys at your mid-year events. Expect another update. We'll do probably 17th, 18th, or 19th when we do the raffle with the 222. So stay tuned for that. Having said that, we'll be watching you guys very closely on the Leaders Bulletin. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye, bye-bye, bye-bye.